I will admit that the title of this video is a little bit of an oxymoron. The geopolitics of space. Geo means Earth from Greek. Yet I'm talking about what happens off the Earth's surface. Granted, the decisions made on Earth will affect a tiny sliver of space. And after all, space is not separate from the Earth, but rather Earth is a tiny component of space. Throughout human history, humans looked at the skies and saw their ancestors or gods. Some thought the stars were not balls of gas, but rather holes of light poked out from the heavens. Even the words we use to describe space have religious undertones, celestial bodies in the heavens. Cosmology tends to inspire science and mythology alike. We have even named the planets of our solar system after Roman gods. Neptune, the god of the oceans, Venus, the god of love, Mars, the god of war. Speaking of war, let's go back down to Earth. While I hope space exploration will be the confines of science and our shared humanity, I must, pun partially intended, ground it, and recognize that space exploration started through the lens of geopolitics, and will continue to be the purview of geopolitics. Much of the technology we use to produce these incredible feats of science, technology, and engineering were the product, not of curiosity, but oftentimes of death and destruction. The rocket technology that drove the first man to the moon was created by the Germans, led by von Braun, who invented the V-2 rocket. The Americans would eventually take up von Braun, and instead of punishing him for helping the German war machine, would use him to produce the rockets that would bring Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins to the moon. The story of space exploration lies in the aftermath of one of the most titanic ideological battles in humanity, one in which science, technology, and manpower were put to the test. The modern religions of capitalist, liberal democracy, on one hand, and communism on the other hand, teamed up together to defeat fascism, and then adopt much of fascism's technology, as an alliance of convenience crumbled into the long Cold War that enveloped nearly every part of the world, and yes, even space. One between liberal democracy and capitalism on one hand and totalitarian communism on the other hand. There are many theaters of the war: the dividing walls of Berlin, the battlefields of Vietnam and Afghanistan, and the outermost atmosphere of our shared homeworld.